I was having a discussion with my wife this morning on the way to work about how last night before I went to bed, I fell asleep on the sofa watching YouTube videos. And the kind of videos I was watching was Shaolin Temple Kung Fu videos. Now, the reason why I like watching these is I'm fascinated by them. For years, I studied Kung Fu, traditional, and Wushu. I don't know if you know what Wushu is, but you can look it up, and it's pretty interesting. And anyway, I did this for a long time because I just loved it. And I trained for hours every day, and so it was something that allowed me to exercise some athletic prowess, and it was good for me culturally to learn other things, and it was just fun to learn an art form that was that complex. And over time, it kind of it's something I kind of got away from. Once I had kids and everything, and not in the very early days. I was still trying to keep it up, but once you start having kids and you're training as much as I was, because I'm pretty obsessive. When I do something, I'm all in, and I devote so much time to it, more than I probably should. But there came a point when I was going to have to be like, well, what am I going to do? Am I going to pay attention to my kids, or I'm going to go out and train all night? And some people can do that. I just have a harder time with my obsessive nature doing that. So over time, it just kind of fell off to the side, but I loved it so much. And the other thing that allowed me to just kind of let go of it was that my body started to change. It started to change a lot. You start dealing with aches and pains that come from injuries you've gotten from doing things wrong, landing wrong, turning wrong, falling inappropriately. You learn how to fall and all that, but sometimes things happen. So things happen to your shoulders, they happen to your knees and whatnot. And I've had injuries from other things besides that, just like gymnastic stuff and whatnot. But this is normal, and this is what happens to everybody. Anybody who is going to be physically active, this is what's going to happen to you at some point. But I was enjoying watching those videos because it just made me miss that so much. I don't feel sad about it. I just reminisce, I enjoy the memories of it. And I understand my limitations now. The movements are so clean, they're so crisp, they're so fast, and I was glad to have been a part of that life. One of my teachers was he was the Eagle Claw Kung Fu King of China at one time. He was kind of a contemporary of Jet Li. My teacher's name is Lo Li, and he still teaches, I think, in Claremont, Florida, or Ocoee or something like that. I met him at the Splendid China theme park in Kissimmee, Florida, and I started taking lessons from him, and that's when I started developing speed and more precise movements in my motions and stuff like this. But anyway, to move forward, what my emphasis here is that over time things change, and some people can do one thing all of their life, and that's good. That's good. But not everybody can. Over time, especially when you're doing something physical, your body will betray you at some point. All right. And if you play your cards right, if you have good training, and I had good training, but I'd abused my body quite a bit before that. You'll notice that you have to make adjustments, and you have to shift your focus. And you have to try new things, and you have to be willing to open your mind to other experiences, because it may not be for you. I do know some people that follow the same path their entire life, and they fully enjoy it, and I kind of envy that a little bit. But that's not for everybody, and I wouldn't say that's even for the majority of people. But as you get to be older, if you're a younger person watching this, understand that you will need to shift your focus. The things that you are enjoying now might have to change, especially if it's something physical that you do. It might have to change. In fact, it inevitably will have to. And even if you're doing other things academically, things that require a little more mental mental exertion. Even some of that may have to change, and not because you're going to lose anything, but because you learn something new and you want to reach for new horizons. And so it's what I want to emphasize here is that you need to leave yourself open. You need to develop other interests because you need to have something to fall back on. There are so many things, luckily, there's so many things in my life that I've been interested in. Now, many years ago, way before I ever did Kung Fu, I was extremely involved in playing the piano. And I did that for quite a while. And things over time changed for me. Parents got divorced. They ended up getting remarried later on, but we moved around a lot. I'd gotten married myself and divorced and so on and so forth. And just, it's things like that. Like I said, with my obsessive nature, it's sometimes very hard to keep up with that. And so I kind of gave that up over time. Now, as years have gone by, I've gotten back into it because sometimes life just calls for you to take a break and revisit things at a different point in time. So, don't let your dreams destroy your inability to adapt, to involve yourself in something a little bit different. Leave yourself open to new experiences. Leave yourself open to trying new things, reading new material. One of the best things you're ever going to do to develop an interest in other things is to read continually, and read different kinds of books, and you'll begin to think about other things, and you'll want to try new things. And that's so critically important to your happiness, because if you pin all of your aspirations on one thing, well, you're going to be devastated when you can't do it anymore. I've seen athletes like that over time, and chances are you have too. The stories are abundant, where this is all somebody ever did. All they ever did was play football. All they ever did was who knows what. I mean, you name a point of interest for somebody, and that's all they've done for a long time. Take that away, and what do they have? Sometimes they're devastated. They get depressed and they're lost. They don't know what to do anymore. But don't let that be you. Keep developing new interests and keep trying new things. Most of the things I've ever done in life one interest has fed another. I guess that's kind of what I had going for me. And I came from a family where I have 3 other brothers and a sister, and everybody's interested in different things. So I was also exposed to different things in that way, and that helps too. And so maybe I should add this to the point, is that maybe you should make friends who have different interests in life than what you do, because that might be one way of exposing yourself. But always be on the lookout. Be willing to change, because as you get to be older, it's going to change anyway. And you don't have to look forward to this idea of old age where you just can't do anything anymore. I've known people in their 90s who are so active and they're so happy because they're so interested in what they're doing, but it always changed for them, and they were okay with that. And so that's the mindset I want to impress upon you today. And I hope that it meant something. Just, I don't know that this video is really that deep, but it's important to keep in mind. All right. Now, if you've liked this video, please hit the thumbs up. Check out all my other topics. I talk on a vast number of things, and I think you should be able to benefit from it. I don't want you to miss out on anything. So visit my previous videos. And if you have a beard, you're going to like some of those beard videos also. And check out the description box below if you want some good deals on beard products. So that's what I have for you guys today. I want you to stay safe and enjoy the days that you have. Make the most of them. All right. I'll catch you later. Bye-bye.